Okay, first I want to explain why I want you to submit your assignment, including your tests, but we start from the quizzes actually, in certain way. First one is on the question, why PDF file? What's wrong with other format? Now, here's the reason. Let me screenshot you one case that we happen in this class. So one of you actually submit the document this way. Okay, I just answered it from here. Okay, one student just text me, the submission was late. Okay, and then the argument was I tried to submit it at 10:30. No, in my instruction, I said you need to start submitting it at 10:15. Not 10:30. 10:30 is the deadline. The system closed at 10:30. I uploaded, yes, I upload the file at 10:31, 8:31. That's true. But you yourself said that you start uploading at 10:32 earlier. Now you change it that you say that it's supposed to be closed at 10:31. Even if it closed at 10:31, you are late anyway. I'm sorry, but it's just like, what are you trying to tell me? Yeah, that's why I extend the time with the probably the test, right? But you're supposed to turn it in by 10:15. You start uploading it at that time. You know, I did say in my instruction here, your upload should be completed by 10:30. Not started at 10:30, no. That's how the system works. And that's why I say it that way. I didn't say you start uploading it at 10:30. No, that's not how. So even if you start uploading at 10:30 and it closes at 10:31, it will still not accepting it. It is not like in class in which that, okay, let me go back first then. There are many things I need to explain to you. First, why PDF file? Why PDF file? Now you see, here's the thing. The person who sent me this file is the same person who sent me this file. Okay, now notice that this person actually submitted a lot earlier, before 10:30. Okay, now here's the thing. This file here is only one of 5 pages. You see the size? The size for this one page is already larger than this one. While in PDF file, this is the whole 5 pages. All 5 pages put together in one file. So I hope now it explains why I want it in PDF file. okay? Because for the same information, for the same picture, PDF file format reduce the size by approximately 80%. Okay, that's one. That's why about PDF file. Second, to upload 1 megabytes to Canvas takes approximately 1 minute. Okay, 2 minutes with regular phone. So if you upload it using a phone, it will be 2 minutes. Now, the thing is, if you send it in PDF file, in JPG, multiply this by 5, because it's supposed to be 5 pages, okay? So it will be approximately 10 to 12 megabytes. With 12 megabytes, multiply this by 12 if you use a phone. Of course, you don't have enough time if you use JPG, okay? Well, since this is your first test, but this is not the first time you submit it. That's why I give you those training so that you know what actually happened, okay? With those warning also, right? But if you don't listen to my warning, then do you need to fall into a situation first? Then you stop listening, okay? So no, I don't give you that grace period. I do give grace period for those people who actually turn it in within 5 minutes. I penalize 5 points. That's my grace period, but you still need to take some consequence though. Okay, and I think that's quite fair. My extra points are already is 5 or 6 points. The test was difficult. You know, since when my test is easy? That's one. Second, that's the same test I gave in my sample test. You only have one test one, so this one time will be that one, only one time. I don't give multiple tests once. Please, learn to take the consequence. You're in 200 level. You don't build a building and when it collapses, I still give you extra points simply because nobody died because of that. No. I use that illustration because that's the illustration given by a professor in Georgia Tech. Okay, no. Okay. Learn to take consequence. Use your common sense. Take heed of all the warning. Okay, now third one. The good thing of Canvas, which may backfire to students or to the teacher. Everything on Canvas is recorded. So your activity on Canvas is recorded. Now somebody actually cheat me yesterday, so not in this class, yesterday in my other class, saying that Thomas, I didn't get the test file. But then when I checked the access record, that person already uploaded the test during the test time and then tried to turn it in 11 hours after the test end. And that person dare enough to complain to the dean. All I need to do is actually show that the record from Canvas. Okay, Canvas actually have a record on how you access the class. Okay, let me see if I can show that to you. Of course, I need to be careful not to show students' work, but I wonder if I can show. Give me a second. I don't think I can do it. Can I get anybody to help me? Now the technical mistakes ends at 8:10. The technical mistakes ends at 8:10. Anybody wants to volunteer for us to see your activity?
Sure, I guess you can look at mine.
What's your name, by the way? I'm sorry.
Holly Kim.
Holly Kim. Okay, thank you. So let me click on Holly Kim. Wait a second. So with her permission, I get access to, I show you the access for Holly Kim. Now you see I have access report here. See, then I can tell when did you access which page. You see? Okay, so this person download test 1 2 hours ago. Look at the course grade 15 minutes ago. Look at the test 1 page 8 minutes ago. And it was done how many times? You see? Okay, so I know what you do there. Now that person who said that he could not access the test yesterday, 11 hours after the deadline, okay, shows me that that person actually download the test. Now you cannot download the test if it's already past the deadline. No, it won't happen. And the thing is this shows that this person downloaded how many hours ago, just like this one here, right? This person, like Holly, thank you, download the solutions 23 hours ago. That's the last time he viewed it. Okay, so it is possible the first time, or she, I'm sorry, the first time she saw it, it's more than 23 hours ago. See, I have those kind of informations. Okay, now let's go back to that one. Now, showing you that it is recorded, not really for my benefit, not really for your benefit. Okay, we can use it for our benefit, but it can backfire to me. Okay, see, here's what happened. The deadline is 10:30, right? Okay, the deadline is 10:30. Now, if you submit it after 10:30, Canvas will recognize that. The Canvas will see, okay, you send it to me by email at 10:32, for example, okay? And for me to put it into your grade, for me to put it in as if you really submit it, then Canvas will say something to me. Hey, this person didn't turn in the assignment. How can this person get a grade? Okay, now here's why I say it may backfire. Our instructions here are recorded because it may be audited. So the dean may ask me to open this class for him to see if there is anything not fair being done. Okay, not fair in the sense that how can I treat one student better than other student? You see? Now, of course, then you may say, but Thomas, something bad with my phone, or something bad with my internet connection, something bad with this, with that. The thing is, I cannot care about that because my dean will not care about those when they look at once they start auditing, they just try to find mistakes in me. Okay? What I don't want to happen is because I try to be nice to you, then later on I get into trouble. Okay? I hope that explains why if you turn it in 5 minutes late, By email, I still accept it, but I have to give you penalty. You see what I mean? Okay, it's not without reason. I can be nice to you, but I have to make sure that I cover my ass too. Okay, what I don't want to happen is, student A turn it in late. I try to be nice with student A, and student A told student B that I try to be nice with him, and then student B report me to the dean, and then the dean look at my class, audit my class, and then give me warning. It happens before, not to me, to other teacher. Okay, so please, please, please understand. Okay, 20 minutes is actually 10 minutes too much compared to other classes. Why? Because my test, first of all, is written for 1.5 hours. Like when I wrote this test, exactly the same test, I gave 1.5 hours. Okay, now I extend it to 2 hours. On the top of that, I add 20 minutes. So here's the thing. Do you really want to push me on? Thomas? You upload it at 8:11, so the deadline's supposed to be 10:31 with that 20 minutes. Okay, let's do it this way this time. Okay, but in future I will write the test for 2 hours instead of 1.5 hours. No, you don't want it, right? No, I mean, I know what I'm doing, but at the same time, you need to learn to pay attention to instruction. Okay, please have good faith. Okay? I'm here to help you, but you also need to help yourself though. Okay, yeah, you see, but the big thing is, like, I hope this explains so much about why I need you to make it in PDF file. Okay, it's very different. Again, this is for 5 pages, and this is only for one of the page. So what happened is that person say, Thomas, I tried to upload it to Canvas, but it doesn't work. It doesn't even move. Okay, so before the time's too late, maybe she was seeing that's already 10:20. So she sent me the email with this file, and then I say, well, it's a JPG file. I believe the system rejected because of that reason. Okay, then she changed it to PDF file, and at the same time combine 5 individual files, JPG files, into one PDF file. And you see the result, it saved how much space, right? And the thing is, when I later on upload it to my computer before I grade it, it will take me my system less time also to upload it. So imagine if every student send me like 12, sometimes even to 15 megabytes files, and I have 30 students, 15 times students, that's 450 megabytes. You know, that's approximately half gigabytes, right? Now, the thing is, your computer cannot handle that much. What happened with me? If I have to keep all your tests for 2 years, right? Your test, each test, let's say, is 400 megabytes multiplied by 5 tests, that's 2 gigabytes, multiplied by 6 classes for 1 year. You know, no hard drive can handle it eventually, right? Okay, that's why since the beginning I wanted to convert it into PDF file. Okay, because I need to keep your original one. You know, the state actually mandates that we need to keep your test for 2 hours. 2 years. Okay, in case, for example, we found out that 2 years, 1.5 years later that I misgraded. Okay, then I have evidence that, oh, you know what? Yes, I misgraded. I forgot to add these 10 points, for example. Then I can change the grade for a better one. And of course, I will be better if that's the case, right? I will be happier if that's the case. Find my mistake if you can, especially my grading one. Okay. If you think I penalize you too much, don't hesitate to ask me, Thomas, can you give me more points here? Okay. And if I say no, then I will give you the reason. That way you learn, right? That way you learn, okay? But of course, it will be better because in the past, actually, I have last semester, actually, in the spring, I have at least two cases where I add the score by 10 points less. And I was wondering myself, this person's supposed to be an A student, why he suddenly get a low B, you know? And it turns out it's my mistake. Oh, I was really happy. You know, it's like, hey, you know what? You are actually a great student, right? And it's my mistake. So no, it's not that I try to penalize you because I don't like you. No. You know my passion of being a teacher. I want to be an instructor and I want to be here. It's not because I don't have other choice. Okay, I can get other job with better pay, but I prefer this one. This is the only job that you can talk and still get paid. You know, other job, other people talk for you to get paid. You know, okay. Now that's the third, and therefore that's why I need to be. I have to be aware with the possibility that if one day my class get audited, my record should at least show that I treat my students fairly. Okay. Now I try to be nice to you too, but at the same time, everything on record should be fair. Okay. Now the fourth one. And you will pay attention more here, especially if you are using computer. Now, some argument I have, and I understand this totally, some argument I have is my computer is lagging. My computer is lagging. Now, especially if you use your computer to watch movies, okay, or video clips, or playing games, online games, okay? What happened is Microsoft Windows record a lot of things on your activity to your hard drive, to your memory. So eventually your memory gets overwhelmed. Let's say this is a computer with, let's say this is the memory, okay? Let's say this is the memory. When your computer is new, your memory is empty. Once you have some activity, then it will record it. Okay, nothing wrong with the record though. They try to be more effective in this sense. Suppose you go to Canvas, right? Suppose you go to Canvas, then it will record it somewhere that you go to Canvas. Now, then let's say 10 minutes later, you go back to Canvas. Instead of pulling the data from internet, it first pulls the data from memory. You see? Okay? It will pull data from memory. Now, the thing is this. Suppose your memory is a lot of data in there, right? And then you suddenly go to a new website, call that Yahoo, whatever. Now, your computer assumption is you went to Yahoo before, so it will search your memory first. But when it searches your memory, because it's too much things in there, it takes too long time to search this before then realize, oh, it's not in your memory. Then start pulling data from internet. You see? So the thing is like, if you want to make your computer run faster, you may want to take care of this memory thingy. Okay? You may have heard what they call cookies. That's the summary of your activity, not the full activity, just the summary, okay? But that little summary is enough to tell the computer how to run faster when they find that cookie, okay? Now, the thing is your system may be lagging first because of cookies, like too much cookies staying in your computer. Now, beside of cookies, there's something also called registry. Every time you turn on an app or a software, let's say Canvas, it will also call some registry in which Canvas actually communicate with other software in your system. Let's say Windows, let's say PDF, Adobe Acrobat, let's say Microsoft Word. So registry or whatever they call that is being used for a program to be in small size because it will borrow algorithm or command from other programs. Okay, now the thing is when you turn off your Canvas, your registry may still running behind. Okay, on your smartphone, they call it the app running in the background. Now that may slow it down also. Okay, now a lot of things can slow down your computer. Now, how to make it faster? I think in the past I mentioned this, but I want to mention it again. Give me a second, I open the new browser. Go to use this software, CCleaner, to speed up your computer. I use this myself. And of course, don't get the one you need to pay. Get the free download. Get the free download. Okay, now let me show you what I have here. I wonder where I put it myself. Yeah, I use it myself. Okay, now I just cleaned up my computer this morning. Okay, but let me show you after using this for how many hours? 3 or 4 hours. When I run the registry, let's see what happened. It has 4 registries, like kind of like take up little space, you know. Okay. That's also because I use this laptop only for internet, so it's actually not a lot. But if you go online and use it for everything, it will take basically. Analyze this. Let's see. Yeah, notice that I only download 2 or 3 files earlier. Okay, you see the system temporary files. It's already 40. It's already 47 megabytes. Hold on, why it skips this thing? Oh, you know what? Because it skips the Google Chrome Internet cache, the one I told you that they store in the memory. Okay, the cookies, they skip that. That's because my Google Chrome still on. That's how I can communicate with you, right? But usually those are the one actually take more space. It's usually larger than the temporary files, larger than this one. Okay, so in these 3 hours where I actually go on Canvas, I download 1 JPG file, 2 PDF files, and have the video camera on, everything result in 55 megabytes. Okay, I try to save such that I have enough bandwidth for you, but still, you know, if you don't clean up your computer in, let's say, 1 month, it will take, it will get a lot slower. You see what I mean? Okay. Yeah, it tells me to, actually close down the Windows Explorer and everything else. Yeah, I need to close those down. Otherwise, it will not run well. It's okay. So let me go back to this here. So try to download this if you use PC. Now the thing is, if you use Apple, I don't know if it will work. Okay, but try to find, maybe you find CCleaner, CCleaner for Mac. Okay, yeah, this way then it will clean up your computer, and trust me, it's very powerful. You save a lot of money instead of buying a new computer. My computer at West LA College is the computer that I use since I was hired 13 years ago. At least the hard drive. Oh, no. They changed the hard drive, but the same computer. So basically, they changed the hard drive. They increased the memory a little bit because they go to Windows 8, right? From HP to Windows 8, and the memory is not enough. So they increased the memory, and then they changed the hard drive at the same time. Okay, but my processor is still the old processor from 13 years ago. Strangely, my computer still runs faster than pretty much everybody in my math department. Why? Because I know how to clean it up. Okay, so you can try this if you use regular computer. Okay, if you use Mac, then find out what is better. Okay, CCleaner is the one I use most of the time. But I want to show you other thing. The other one that I use is MBAM. Now this is if you have malware in your computer. Now what is malware? When you download a software, sometimes they have an attachment, another software that comes together with it. And that kind of small softwares interfere with how your computer works. Now this will actually clean those up. Okay, this will clean this up. You know. Now, do you think my computer is quite fast? By the way, I think so, huh? My laptop right now. To be honest with you, I don't like to use this laptop because for me it's slow. How fast is my computer? Okay, I'm not talking about this laptop. For this laptop, between I turn it on until it runs full the way I want it, takes 2 minutes. For a lot of people, that's really fast. My actual computer, the one I use in my bedroom, from I turn it on until I can run a video takes only 4 seconds. So from I turn on the computer, from I press on until I press play a video and it starts playing, takes only 4 seconds. I don't think you can beat it. And that computer was, the one I have in my room is like 6 years old. No, 2013, 7 years old. Okay, I don't need to buy a new computer. Okay, so CCleaner is one, MBAM is another one. And the third one, I believe, is Super. Yeah, this one. This one software, again, don't buy. Okay, never buy, don't buy it. Even though you use the free trial, after 14 days it will let you run on the free one. Okay, now this super anti-spyware is the one that caught some virus on computers at West LA College Math Department. Not on my computer because I already have that. Okay, so they can't even come in. But the one at West LA College, some students use some computer in the common room, and they download this, they download that, come together with those virus, malware, spyware, ransomware, and this software that I use here actually got approximately 4,000 malware, spyware, ransomware threats on each computer, around 4,000. It took 8 hours just to scan the whole computer. So this is another one. Now, if I if you want to follow mine, okay, do it in this order. You do CCleaner first. Usually that's good enough. Spyware. Yeah, you start with CCleaner first. If you feel that after you use it, your computer is not running as fast as when you buy it first time, of course it's supposed to be slower. It's not new, right? Okay, but let's say when you first bought it, it took only 10 seconds to have the computer ready to use. Right now, it's still 1 minute. Then you may want to go on with MBAM. And then you do this, okay? Yeah, but if it can go on with like 30 seconds, that should be good enough. From you turn it on until you can use it. If it is less than 30 seconds, then it's good enough. Okay, but of course, feel free to use all three, right? I just want to say that you don't need all three to clean them up. The one I use regularly is this one, basically every 3 days to 1 week. And I use MBAM, scan it using MBAM every 1 month. And this super anti-spyware basically every 1 semester, like that. Okay, this thing is too powerful, but it takes a long time to scan, and it goes really deep. Okay, now and then the last thing I did was, but I never have issue. I never find any issue. Is to run this program, run this program. I should say these programs in safe mode. What is safe mode, Thomas? You Google it. You go to YouTube and search how to run in safe mode. Okay. Basically, what is safe mode? Safe mode is the following. Safe mode is the following. When you start a computer, then it has this, like it will run these programs. Now, if your computer is older, then it will have more and more programs. It starts once you turn on the computer. Now, if you have too many of these, like let's say up to already around 20, then it will slow down your computer tremendously. Okay. At the same time, because you have so many programs running at the background, when you start the computer, then it will eat up your memory. So you can have, let's say, 16 gigabytes memory, but eventually, if too many things running at the background, you don't have enough memory to run eventually, right? So you may want to actually turn off some softwares that you don't use. Now, the one I have here, all of them I need. Okay, now, so if when you use CCleaner, you go to Tool, go to Startup, and see if there's any softwares, any program running at the background at the beginning of you turn it on that you actually don't need. Then you can actually disable it. Okay, now if you think you don't need it at all, then you delete it. Okay, now if you say, but Thomas, I don't know if I don't want to just mess up with my computer. Don't worry, when you disable it, nothing wrong. Okay, when the computer actually needs it, it will actually enable it after it is the program your computer runs. Okay, so this I introduced you with this CCleaner because it's actually quite safe for people who don't really know computer that much. Of course, I assume you know something, right? Okay, now also you can take a look what kind of software or program you have at the back of your computer that you may not need. Now you can uninstall it from here. Okay, now this is not my computer, so it's my sister's laptop. She gave it to me, but I still say if I don't need it anymore, I give it back to you. So you see this Xbox, they are not mine. So if this were my computer, I will uninstall this. You know, okay, the TS client stuff. I will also the terminal works. I will uninstall this. But my sister is an accountant, so she usually contact with her clients using this computer. And it has to be in confidential situation, right? So that's the software they use to communicate without without other people able to see. Okay, I will get rid of this Skype if I were the owner of this computer. See, okay, because even if like Groove Music, I don't listen to music other than YouTube, so I would just delete that and uninstall this. Right? Okay, but yeah, that may actually help you get more memory such that you can run fast. Okay, I think this is where I will stop about your computer to explain why your computer is lagging. Okay, now of course there is a chance that your computer is lagging simply because you don't have enough memory even after you clean everything. The current internet and Microsoft requires you to have at least 2 gigabytes memory. In fact, if you are using Windows 10, I think you need at least 8 or 16 gigabytes memory. Okay, while if your computer is old, okay, the maximum memory you have may be just 1 gigabytes. You see? Okay, now in that case, even for you to run the computer, already make your memory overwhelmed. That's why it runs very slow. In that situation, try to find out if you can add more memory to your computer, or worse in worse, you change it. Okay, but the one I feel so strange is a lot of people, they are actually using computer designed for online gaming, like you play some RPG, right? And then when they run Canvas, it's so slow. Not supposed to. If you use a online game computer, it's supposed to run super fast. Okay? Now, if it's lagging, it must be because a lot of programs, a lot of cookies, memory is being taken up, such that Canvas cannot run properly. Okay? I spent approximately 50 minutes for this, but I hope it's worth it. Can I ask you if this kind of information is worth it for me to do it in my other class? This is the first time actually I do it in my class. I know you are tired with your test, so I don't want to go run into class right away. And yeah, try to do it on your own. If you do not want to download anything, yeah, I understand some people say, Thomas, it's not on my computer, so I don't want to download anything. Okay, good. Yeah, if it's not your computer, then don't download anything, or at least ask for permission. Now, I use Google Chrome, as you can see here. Let me do it this way so that you see the whole thing. Okay. Now, Google Chrome actually saves some cookies on its own also. CCleaner can clean it though. Okay, but suppose you don't have CCleaner, but you still want to clean the cookies. You go to Tools, and then click this one, Clear Browsing Data. You see? Yeah, clear this one. Okay, if you use, let's see what, I already disabled my other browser. What is this? Microsoft Edge. This is for Windows 10. Now, with this browser, there must be a way. This is the update for Internet Explorer. So what happened is, it must have a way for you to clean up the cookies also. This first time I used this. So you see, so I'm using Microsoft Explorer right now. They call it Microsoft Edge, and then on here, there must be a way for you to clean it up. I think somewhere on setting, maybe. And then there's something here. Worse in worse, you reset the setting. That's worse in worse. But there must be a way for you to clean up the browser data. Okay. In fact, for all my computer, I set it in a way that CCleaner will clean up my data once I get off from that page. So once I turn off this browser here, right? Once I turn off my browser, then my CCleaner will clean up whatever I did there, you know. Okay, now that's for my little explanation on, if you are in computer science major, then you must understand this even better than me. You can do even better than me. Okay. Now, let's see the lesson then. We will do 5.1 today, and I hope only 5.1, and we can finish that 5.1. Give me a second. Give me a second. What I will do is I will stop recording.